What do I feel like creating? It's a very simple question, but I feel like not many people ask simple questions. And I understand it's a very deep question as well. But when we think about creativity, what does come up? And sitting with that brings us closer to our authentic expression. And my intention with this video is to help you understand that everybody here on this earth is here to express creativity. And as you must have seen from the title, that how can you use your setbacks to channel that creativity? My intention is helping you to understand that whatever you're going through is becoming the source for your inspiration so that you can create something out of it and that can inspire others. In this video, I'll also talk about my journey, that how I started creating and expressing myself on social media, and now I have my business all through social media, and I've built a brand from that as well. So if you have come across this channel for the first time, hi, my name is Kirtika, and I am the founder of Inner Rebirth. Inner Rebirth is a transformative movement where I guide people how to channel their own wisdom, how to listen to their inner guide so that they can alchemize anything. And creativity has been very special to my heart. I've been a very creative person my whole life. But where does the creativity comes from? That's a deeper question, isn't it? Creativity comes from beingness, that void that we sit in when we are not distracted by the noise of the world, when we are not bombarded with too many ads or voices all around us. We start to sit and listen the guidance that's been coming through for us to become that channel to express it. And I understand that sitting with yourself and being in the void is very uncomfortable. And I also have so much compassion for the people who feel lonely. And I was there at one point. So how do we even find comfort in that beingness when we are by ourselves, when we have been conditioned to be around people all the time? That's the same question that I asked myself 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I lost my husband in drowning. And the only question that was left with me after that incident was, how am I going to live my life by myself? How am I going to live alone? I've never lived that way. And I remember it was my birthday, I was cremating him. And I have a deep connection with the elements of earth, which was fire at that time. And when those ashes rose, I feel like those ashes talked to me. It was the language that only I could understand. And that little whisper was, it's your birthday. It means it's your rebirth. I didn't understand at that time that what that meant, but I also felt that it was ingrained into my consciousness at that time, which unfolded over the years. And I had moments where I felt very lonely. I had moments where everything just felt empty. But there was a whisper inside of me that, am I going to honor my evolution by still clinging to the past? Because that's what happens when we cling to the past. It creates suffering. People will come and people will go. We have been conditioned to live with the family, live with the friends and family or villagers or the neighbors, which is essential. I'm not ignoring that fact. But this one truth always anchors me in, and it has been anchoring me since then, that I have come alone on this earth. And you have come alone on this earth as well, and we will go alone. We will meet people on our way. So, when people leave, why do we cling to the parts of ourselves who we were with them? Because you become a new person. And by not honoring that evolutionary journey, that creates suffering. And that's why so many people suffer. They feel so lonely because they are so addicted to that suffering, because they don't know who they are on the other side. But that's where the magic happens. I remember when I had moments where I felt lonely, my only expression at that time was traveling and expressing how I've started to live my life again, how I'm discovering myself again, how I'm falling in love with myself again. And I started social media, which was a few years ago. And that brought a sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of purpose that pain that I went through, or you might have been through, it's actually not bad. It taught you something. It brought wisdom into your life. And that's what I started sharing with other people, that how I started loving myself again and how they can build that confidence living by themselves. And people started connecting with me. And whatever the words that I share or anything that you see on my channels, on social media, if you're new here, go check out my TikTok. It's a pretty big out there. It comes from a lived experience. I have built my business now. It comes from a lived experience. So I use that nothingness or sitting in that void to channel that creativity, to channel that energy through me, so that I can be the inspiration for other women or men as well who are in the same boat. And yes, I have evolved from that version of me who used to talk about how to build their life after losing a loved one. But the core message is still the same: emotional alchemy. When we alchemize our emotions from pain to joy, from pain to creativity, we understand that we are here on a bigger mission. And that mission will not be clear to you if you're just clinging to that suffering, because your channel is not open. Your channel will become open when you surrender into the pain that, yes, this has happened to me. This is my story. This is who I am. And I understand that we feel lost at times. But in that moment, when you're feeling lost, when you pause, there's always that inner whisper that you can listen. In that presence, it guides you. It always guides you to your next step. And that next step is the courage. Creativity takes courage. And it's a beautiful courage as well, because you are stepping out of that comfort zone, because you're stepping out of that old identity and you're becoming new. And that in between space, the void, that's where the creativity comes in. And from there, you express. And you express by owning your story. You express by blocking all the noise and just going within that what is coming through me. What has happened in my life 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and now I have overcome. That is your expression. It might be challenging because truth takes courage to speak, to express. And creativity is also rebellion. I would suggest you that filled that void, that loneliness where you cling to other people or cling to the old version of you with your creative expression, whether it's through art or by speaking or just coming out of the internet and just talking about that what are the challenges that you have faced in your life and how can somebody who is going through that, it can help so many people. And from there, that loneliness that you feel, it will turn into joy, it'll turn into art, it'll turn into muse. So I want to ask you a few questions to reflect on. What is your story? What truth you want to express? How your creativity wants to come out into this world? How do you honor your own evolutionary journey? What kind of people you want to help or inspire? And even if the answer comes, I don't know, no one, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Because to be honest, when you do it for yourself, the people who are looking for you, they'll find you. I'm talking from my own experience. So I hope this video has helped you to understand that suffering can be alchemized. So I'll leave you with this. Next time when you feel lonely, just pause. And just pause and start witnessing the old character of you who is addicted to the suffering of the past identity. And once you witness it, it'll start to fade away because you have taken your power back. And from there, just be open to receive the guidance, the inner guidance about the next step. And most important, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your creativity. Whatever is coming through you, you are becoming that radio frequency channel to broadcast that. So I hope this video has helped you to understand that suffering is actually a portal to alchemy. I love you.